we're going to get to some basketball talk. It's been a long time coming, I would say.
Long time.
We're already 10-plus games into the season. I know that the Knicks have been a dumpster fire, and I'll get into it, obviously, but, it's same old bullshit with the Knicks. Right now, we're 2-9. Our coach is on the verge of being fired. I'm most likely going to the game Saturday with some people, watch the Knicks and Hornets, so maybe I'll get some coverage of that pregame. Bobby is going to be in Philly this weekend for the Eagles and Patriots game, although we'll talk about that more in the football segment, but we are out there. We're getting after, last week with Jets-Giants. We're not going to get into that much right now either, but basketball talk. Okay, we have a lot of stuff going on, but I think there's one thing that really takes the lead so far. How about all the injuries that we've seen around the league so far?
It's been crazy how many injuries have been all around the league. A lot of stars injured.
Yeah, I have a huge list right here.
It's crazy. 10 games, 11 games into the season already, and all these injuries are piling up. Especially, I'll talk about one that I think is huge significance, is to the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry, broken wrist. If I'm not mistaken, he may not be back all year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think he's out for the year.
Let me tell you something, man. I think you could agree with me, Jules. This Warriors team is definitely not what they were, are they?
No, they're tied with us.
Falling from grace.
We're both 2-9. I can't believe it. The Knicks and the Warriors have the same record. Whoever would have thought that was possible at any point. But here we are. Warriors are in tank mode. Also, Curry's down. Thompson's down, obviously. I'm just going to go through some of the injuries. Kevin Durant's obviously out still. Zion Williamson hasn't played yet, the prize rookie from Duke. And Serge Ibaka's not playing. Kyle Lowry's injured. John Wall, De'Aaron Fox, Oladipo. This is Chris Middleton, Shamet, Hayward, Bagley, Collins, Looney, Nurkic, Davis, and Cousins. Some more significant than others, but a lot of huge names on there.
Damn.
And you know what? It just makes me think, and I don't know. I wish we could get someone on here that knew more about this stuff, but why is there so many injuries in sports? I feel like every sport you're dealing with all these injuries. Now, baseball, you saw the epidemic with the Yankees. Football has been rough this year, even more than normal. And football's normally rough, and you've seen the Jets basically have half their team injured. So I don't know if I'm just a jinx, like my team just keep getting hurt. And then you have Mitchell Robinson's missed some time as well for the Knicks. But, yeah, I don't know, man. What's up with all these injuries? Do you have any theories? You think it's the way people are training? You think it's too much lifting these days? You think there's not enough flexibility?
What do
you think it is?
You know what? We are both athletes. We played in high school sports. We played sports all our lives. The one thing that I see now is a lot of athletes are very stiff, in my opinion. I think that if you ever noticed, some athletes are definitely like doing yoga now and all that stuff to try to get more flexible. So, it can help like with pulled hamstrings and all that, because that's a big injury, with your groin. Also, the one thing I've noticed a lot in sports nowadays is groin injuries are up. I've seen, and the one thing that is up, in my opinion, is the torn pecs. I've noticed that a lot. A lot of torn pectoral muscles in a lot of sports. It's really crazy, because the torn pec is right here, and just thinking about it's unbearable. But the injuries in sports, and I think especially in this instant with basketball, you got to be well endurance for this. You're running up and down a court, very physical sport, a lot more physical than people understand. I'm going to tell you, you know what? And we've seen it too. You saw last year with Kevin Durant how he tore his Achilles. He slipped the way he landed down. And also with the court, when it's slippery, you could slip the wrong way and tear an ACL. So I think a lot of it too. A lot of it's a training staff. I think there's some people in the training staff who aren't really emphasizing stretching. I think stretching's a huge part of eliminating injuries, in my opinion. I will tell you this, getting treatment. Last year we saw what happened to LeBron James. He was out for a majority of the season with his, his groin, I think? Was it last year? I forgot what it was.
Yeah, I think it was a groin, and he normally never gets injured, so that was surprising.
Yeah, it's just, and in regards to, I know this has not to do with basketball, but with the Yankees, I think a lot of it in the equipment, the medical staff that the team employs, it's a lot, and The strength and the conditioning coaches help out with this. And if you have a coach that's really, it's not working and guys are getting injured, they need to go. Look at all these injuries right now. This is bad, in my opinion. This is bad for the NBA. A majority of your stars, you look at it. You look at Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, two of the best players of all basketball are out for arguably the rest of the year. Zion Williamson, everybody's waiting for him, including myself. So yeah, it's been upsetting. Kyle Lowry's out, like I said. Serge, this list, I think this one right here, this guy Gordon Hayward.
That was a devastating one that just happened too, and it was a hand injury too. Like he
just can't catch a break.
You know, he was just starting to play well too.
And the thing is crazy is the Celtics are 8-1.
Yep,
it's crazy.
They're a big surprise to me so far, and. Yeah, it's just a lot of star players. A lot of these injuries happen before the season, but some of them during as well. I mean, just 10 games in to have this laundry list of players injured, it's definitely not good. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The NBA thrives on its stars more than any other sport.
Absolutely.
That's why people watch the NBA. They don't really look for teams. They look for players for the most part. So
it's not like baseball and football. They need their stars. That's why people go.
But the guys that are playing, we got some stuff to look into. James Harden's leading the league with points again with 37.
What else is new with that guy?
His percentages have been a little low, just 40 from the field and 37 from three, but he's still doing his thing, over 8 assists. Damian Lillard dropping over 32 a game with 6.5 assists. The guy's just an absolute beast. There's not much that needs to be said about that. Kyrie Irving been playing very well, third in the league in scoring.
My boy.
Kills me, averaging nearly 30
Brooklyn.
points. 7 assists, of course. He's on the Knicks and now plays across the street.
I love it.
I
love Kyrie. I gotta get that jersey. Obviously, you see Julian's got his Knicks jersey, always repping. I don't have a Nets jersey. I have to buy my Kyrie, and then I'll buy my Durant. I'm not. That's put to rest.
Yeah, all I have is Melo right now because I had to get rid of the snake Porzingis. So I don't even. And yeah, we'll talk about Porzingis in a bit. Actually. We'll talk about it now. So the Knicks, at least the one highlight of the Knicks season so far is the fact that they won the game in Dallas and Porzingis fouled out. So that's the one thing that I've enjoyed this season. Only 2 dubs, so not many highlights over here. That's definitely one of them. Porzingis is playing well though. 18 points a game, 8 boards, shooting just 40%, has 2.5 blocks. I mean, he's still playing at a high level. He just has to get himself back to what he used to be. Unfortunately, it's looking like he will at some point. So Dallas looks like they got it going. Luka Doncic has been out of this world this year. He's really a rising star. This kid, only 20 years old around, averaging over 28 points, 10 boards, and 9 assists. The dude's a walking triple-double. And he's 5th in the league in scoring. And, of course, Giannis, the Greek freak, is still playing, averaging close to 30, 14.5 rebounds, 6.8 assists. The guy's just a freak in nature, and he just continues to get it done every night.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's very, very interesting, I'll tell you that.
So we looked through some other stuff over here. We got Trae Young. It's been outstanding as
well.
Oh,
damn, he's all over the place, this guy.
28 points and almost 9 assists. He's been phenomenal. Kawhi Leonard averaging 27 points and 8.5 rebounds, picking up where he left off last year. Davis is fitting in well with the Lakers, averaging over 26. Pascal Siakam picking up the slack without Kawhi Leonard, averaging over 26, almost 10 boards. And LeBron James is still doing his thing, leading the league in assists with 11. So the Lakers are looking really well right now with 8-2. They're leading the West. A lot of stuff going on early in the season. I know you were checking out the standings before. Does anything jump out at you when you look at the East or West?
You know what? I'm going to say this right now.
Go ahead.
I am a little, the one surprise, I'm going to say this, you know, I am surprised by the Warriors. I didn't think they were going to be what they were, but I didn't expect them to be this bad. Well, now they're going to be bad because they have 2 of their stars out, and they're missing Kevin Durant now, who's now at the Nets, obviously. So that's a surprise to me. I will say this, you know, I did not realize the Jazz are that good. They're 8-3 right now. They're second in the Western Conference to the Lakers. Did not see that coming. I know that they were decent. I didn't think they were that good. I will say this: the Celtics, they let go. Kyrie leaves, and it just seems like they got rid of in a way that I guess he was the cancer that was spreading around the locker room. They get rid of him. They're 8-1.
Yeah, that's a big surprise for me. I didn't think the Celtics were going to be this good still without him. but they're picking up the pieces without him.
Yeah.
Kemba Walker's fitting great with them. He's doing his thing, and they're killing it right now.
Yeah.
Even without Hayward. So, what? Anything else?
Yeah. Since honestly, you know what? I didn't think the Heat were. I know it's early in the season. The Heat,
No,
really?
the Heat have some staying power. I think. I mean, Jimmy Butler's been playing well. They drafted Hero. He's been doing good. The Heat definitely have some guys out there. Jazz, I'm not as surprised as you are. I did like this team before the season. They made a lot of good pickups, but they're looking very good. Clippers is what I expected. I would say Bucks are about what I expected. Raptors,
Nuggets too. Wow.
Yeah, Nuggets have been playing well. I would say that Raptors being a 7-3 still surprised me a little bit without Kawhi Leonard. It is early and stuff. And Kyle's missed some time too, so that's a good look for them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Cavaliers and the Hornets 4-6. They're both the 7 and 8 seed. I guess that's tough, surprising, but will it last? I don't know. You guys are only 4-6. I'm sure you expected a little bit better than that at this point, but it's still early. I wouldn't worry about it yet.
I was expecting much better. I know into 10 games, 4-6. That's not what they want to be, but I think that they could build on it. News today from the Nets: they did sign Iman Shumpert to the team as well. But I will say this: I think once Kevin Durant comes back, and we all know he's not playing again this year, I think the Nets you'll see them in the rankings high up, in my opinion. I just think him and Kyrie are going to be just lights out for a while now. We're excited. Like I said, they're the 7th seed right now with 10 games. It's a really long season, but just got to keep grinding and all that. But you got to win games. This conference has a lot of good teams. Obviously, the Celtics, the Bucks are always a team to be reckoned with. The 76ers, the Raptors are still have firepower as well, even though they don't have Kawhi Leonard. So they're gonna have to win. They're gonna have to really play their asses off and really start winning games. They can't fall into holes. Like I said, I expect a little bit more, but I'm very optimistic that the future is bright for the Nets once again.
Yeah, I'm in a different boat than you right now. But before I get to the Knicks shit show, which I promise is coming, I am surprised the Warriors are as bad as they are right now, even with everything going on. Like, I thought they'd be like a 8 or 7 seed potentially, maybe just miss the playoffs. This looks like they could be like a bottom 5 right now based on what we've seen so far.
Mm-hmm.
And one big surprise out west is actually the Phoenix Suns at 6-4. They've been playing some good ball.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah, I'm surprised too. I really am.
It's about time for them. They've been drafting high for years. Maybe it's finally all starting to come together. I know Javon Carter's been a steal for them. They've been playing good. I also think their rookie, I'm trying to think, who did they draft? I got to think real quick. It was the guy from North Carolina. Speaking of North Carolina, Kobe White destroyed the Knicks yesterday. My God. 27. He had 7 3-pointers in the fourth quarter. Absolutely ridiculous. And I'll figure this out right now. Here we go. It's, why can't I see this now?
I have it right here.
Who do we got?
It popped up right here. The Phoenix Suns, that's not it. It says this.
Let's see. It's not Tyler Johnson's been on them. It's not them.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Cameron Johnson.
Cameron Johnson. Okay, yeah, I have it right here. All right, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the Suns have been making some stuff work. Although there's some big news with them. DeAndre Ayton is going to be out for a long time. Still like 20 games. He got suspended for PEDs, I believe. So it's not a great look for them.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, so that's something to look into. But Knicks, all right, fuck it, let's go with
Go
this.
ahead. Rip into them.
Fucking Knicks. Okay, so we got RJ Barrett. Excellent stuff, RJ. Averaging 16 points, 5.5 boards, 4.1 assists. The only thing is he can't shoot foul shots, but we'll work on it, RJ. We'll get there. 45% ain't too pretty, but you know what? We're learning. We're on the. You'll get it. I'm not too concerned, but Julius Randle's been disappointing so far, averaging just 15.5. I was expecting close to 20 from him, shooting 42% from the field. He has to be better. Marcus Morris has been a godsend for this team, averaging 18.5 with 6 rebounds, but this team is taking losses to the Bulls, Cavs. They took a bad loss to the Kings. Three teams that aren't really that good, and the Knicks lost by over 20 in almost all the games, so I definitely don't like that. Fizdale's on the hot seat. The Knicks do this bullshit press conference after the 10th game of the season. We're already talking about how the coach needs to do a better job, so really outstanding stuff, Knicks. You outdid yourselves. This is new. But Steve Mills has been part of the problem as well. I want him and Fizdale fired together, honestly. Mills has been with the team since 2003 and has been nothing but garbage except one good season. And that doesn't justify keeping someone around for that long. He's been with the Knicks in some capacity. He started like as a business directions operator. Now he's become the president of basketball operations or some bullshit. But he isn't getting it done. And who is the one that hired Fizdale? Mills and Perry. I'm not blaming Perry. This is really a Mills issue with me. But honestly, he needs to go also. I'm really sick of it. The Knicks have me numb, honestly, at this point. It's been years of horrible basketball and horrible decisions. It's all coming together, and there's not much talent on this roster. You have a bunch of guys that are here for 1 year only with options for 2. The only guy that signed for more than 1 year, besides R.J. Barrett and I guess Frank Ntilikina and Kevin Knox and whoever else was drafted to them, is Julius Randle, and he could be cut after 2 years. So the Knicks really have this roster is going to be in flux again in the offseason, like it always is. It's just ridiculous. There's too many moving parts. They can never get the big player to come sign with them. Obviously he's having fun with the Irving situation, which I don't enjoy too much, and we whipped on Irving and Durant and everyone. And now we have to suffer because the free agent class this year is not that great. It's very mediocre. There's Draymond Green, Kyle Lowry, who actually might not even be an option anymore. I think the Raptors extended him, but that's besides the point. Draymond Green is not enough to save the day, even if they did somehow get him. Would be a good piece, sure, but it's not what you need to put yourself over the top, really. The Knicks have a lot of work to do. This is a big problem. It's not going away. Could they possibly be worse than last year? That's the question I raised last night on Twitter. It got a lot of interactions, but they're 2-9 right now. Last year they won around 17 to 19 games. So I don't know. Do you think it's possible this team could be worse?
You know what? It's historically bad how the Knicks have been.
I didn't think it was possible, but now I have to sit here and ask that question.
You know what? I think it comes, and Gary Payton said this the other day. It all starts with one man, Dolan.
Oh, I know.
He is the reason why this team, nobody wants to play for them.
He's a big part of it,
He is a terrible owner. I'm going to say this. He's one of the worst owners in sports.
The only thing that saves him is the Rangers, because the Rangers aren't that bad for some reason.
Well, yeah, I always forget he owns the Rangers.
Because Dolan's stench is attached to the Knicks. That's why. But yeah, he's still one of the worst owners in sports.
But I think, you know what? They need a fresh start. Fizdale was not the answer, obviously.
It doesn't look like it so far.
The not being able to attract talent to come play for you,
the point guard that we desperately need,
a problem, and which needs to be addressed. And
they thought Fizdale would help them do that too.
And Fizdale didn't do that. They couldn't lure in the two big fish with Durant and Kyrie.
Nope.
They decided to come to New York, but go to Brooklyn, which I'm extremely happy
Exactly.
about.
They came, but not where we wanted them to.
They came, they saw they're going to conquer in Brooklyn.
Oh, my God, it's fucking gross.
So, here's the thing. Anybody who is an athlete and professional athlete wants to play in Madison Square Garden. If they say they don't, they're lying to you. Everybody wants to play in Madison Square Garden. But nobody wants to play in Madison Square Garden
for the Knicks.
They
want to play there and fuck us up.
This is a problem, and it comes within the organization. You need a fresh start. In my opinion, it's been talked about on sports talk radio for the past 3 years. Have Dolan sell the team.
Easier said than done, sadly.
I know. Want to know what he did that really kind of ticked me off? Remember when that fan said something to him and he banned him?
Yeah.
Who the hell are you to do that because a fan said, what do you care? It really digs down deep into you that a fan voiced his opinion, which was a very honest and true opinion.
Dolan doesn't have very thick skin, obviously.
And then what he did to
Charles Oakley.
I was supposed
to bring that up. It's a bunch of bullshit. Dolan just reeks of dysfunction. With him and the Knicks just don't work. If for the Rangers, I guess he has a hockey guy that takes care of things, and obviously that's working a lot better, but basketball, no. It just isn't happening. And the Knicks did do something. They separated their sports and entertainment thing, so there is a slight chance Dolan could sell. Hopefully, this took place a few days ago. So it just opens the door that that he could sell it, makes it a little easier for a sell. I'm not sure if he's actually thinking about one. Last year there was a report saying that he was actually debating it, but it would have to be a hefty offer, obviously. The Knicks are still worth a shit ton of money, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, they are the most valuable franchise in the league. If they're not, they're second to the Lakers, and it's very close. But they're also one of the most valuable franchises in sports. The Garden is iconic. They still sell every game. The Knicks fans are crazy. I'll be there on Saturday, so I guess I'm contributing that day. But I don't go to that many games, honestly. I haven't gone in 2 years, so I don't support this bullshit for the most part. I'm a Knicks fan, but it's a lot of money to go see that shit.
Yeah,
and
it is.
It's shit. I'm sorry, it's what it is. I'm excited to see RJ Barrett and see some of the other young guys, see if they can get it going. Maybe Neil Keane can start to play better. He was, so. But the Knicks are a mess. I want Mark Jackson to coach this team. I've wanted that for about 2 or 3 years now. Will I get my wish finally? I don't know. I hope so. But I know that he's going to be on the short list of candidates if that Fizdale does get fired.
Going back to the highest valued teams, I'm going to pull that up, and you are absolutely right. The Knicks are the highest valued team in the NBA at $4 billion.
It's crazy how bad we are. We're still that value.
Second is the Lakers at $3.7 billion, and the third is the Warriors at $3.5 billion.
That's a plummet, the Warriors.
Yeah. So that is crazy. I agree to you.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the main problem right there.
I'm going to tell you.
He's making too much money to sell.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to say this. Good luck on Saturday at the Knicks game.
Maybe we'll actually win.
Maybe you'll get a win. Maybe you're a good luck charm. Madison Square Garden, watching sporting events there's nothing like it.
The Garden's fun.
Yeah. All I'm just going to say is they're playing the Hornets, you said, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't beat the Hornets, I mean, there's a problem. Well, you guys just got to play better. Maybe there's. Why am I even saying this? Maybe this is a sign of things to come. Maybe you're going there. Maybe we'll see what happens. But they got to play a lot better. And I give you all the credit in the world going to watch them play after how bad they are. But the one thing I will say is you're very loyal to your teams, even though they suck. What you've dealt with for the Jets for years is admirable. However, with this basketball, you've dealt with this your whole life. I don't think the Knicks have been good since, 2012, 2013. Remember those days?
Yeah, the 50-win days of Melo balling out with
Wallace. And I kept thinking
Jason
about this.
Kidd.
Lynn Sanity, Jeremy Lin.
Man, that was good times, Lynn Sanity. That was actually the year before, I think, but it was all to get around the same time period. It's just incredible stuff, honestly, how bad the Knicks have been for a better part of my life. It's just really shameful. I don't know how a team could be this bad for this long when they have the resources the New York Knicks have. Like, the Knicks have everything you would want. They have the best facilities. They spend all the money. It's not. They have a great fan base. It's just the owner ruins everything he touches when it comes to the Knicks.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
Yeah, so we're going to go through some league leaders quick, then we'll be on our way.
Let's do it.
So we got Luka Doncic a second in assists, which you pointed out. Rubio's third in assists, 8.8. Trae Young's fourth, and Brogdon, who's been a very good pickup for the Pacers, 8.5 assists and 20 points. He's really playing well for them. And the Pacers being 7-4 is a nice start without Oladipo, I would say. And rebounds, we got Andre Drummond pulling down almost 17. The guy's just a rebounding machine. Not some things don't change. Giannis 14, Sabonis 13, Gobert 13. Then you got Whiteside with 12.5. So it's really the same guys you normally see up there pulling down the boards for the most part. Embiid, Towns. Then we look at steals. We got Ben Simmons leading the way with almost 3. Jimmy Butler almost 3. And you got Davis, Leonard, Russ. So it's really that's what's going on with that. Then blocks, we have Jonathan Isaac with 3 is a little surprising. Davis is almost 3. Porzingis we talked about. And you got Robin Lopez, and then you got Clint Capella. So that rounds out the leaderboards for the most part. And so I guess we could say early season predictions just for fun and shits. Eastern Conference Final, Western Conference Final, and then finals. What do you got?
Early?
Yeah, just for fun. Why not?
So, you know what? From what I'm seeing right now, I'm going with the Celtics. They're going to keep it going. And in the Western Conference, Celtics, and I'm going to go with the Lakers.
Okay.
I know it's
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it's early, but that's what I think right now.
I'm going to go Clippers. I still believe in the Clippers.
I was so tempted to say Clippers, but I'm like, you know what?
I'll do Clippers. Paul George is also coming back very soon, potentially. That's something to watch for. And it could be tonight, actually. Clippers Rockets goes 7-3. Yeah, maybe we'll tune into that. So I got Clippers, and in the East, you know what, Philly? It's time to get it done. Go for it.
You're always riding. You've always been loyal with the 76ers. They trust in the process.
Yeah, this is the year the process becomes complete. It has to be. You just got to keep plugging away until it actually happens.
No, it'll be something. It'll be something.
I mean, yeah. So that's an early season prediction, and then we're just messing around. MVP. Who do you think will win it this year?
LeBron.
I think. Let me see who I'm thinking. I'm going to go with maybe Damian Lillard for once.
Damian Lillard, oh, okay.
Kawhi Leonard won't play enough games together because the load management. And there's always Luka Doncic actually low key could be in the running too. I wouldn't rule him out.
I keep hearing about him.
Yeah, I watched him play against the Knicks. The dude's a freak. But if the Mavericks make a decent playoff push and get a good seed, it's definitely possible. And I think they could be a playoff team. We'll see.
We'll definitely see.
Right.
It's really early. It's going to be a crazy season.
So for this edition of GNT's Basketball, I'm Julian Gallardi.
I'm Bobby Thompson.
Follow, like, subscribe, sponsor. Leave a comment, and let us know what you think about everything, and we'll get back to you guys soon. Looking forward to NFL.